Hello. And so today I am doing a reading for myself. Um, so I don't typically do readings for myself, but the cards have been cleansed. I have quite a few decks out here. I have an Egyptian deck. Alice wanted to come out. There's some tarot decks. There's also Yin and Yang, a Gemstone Whisper, a Truth deck, and a Practical Self-Care Oracle as well. So I don't know where this is going to take me today, but I'm prepared to strap in and enjoy the ride. All right, Spirit. Okay. All right. So, Spirit, what is it that I am meant to hear today from these decks? What am I meant to hear? We are getting happy, renewal. So this is the image on that card. So the feeling that I am getting from this is almost like an energy, like a rest, like I have rested, and I have healed the broken parts of me. Not only have I rested, but I've awakened. I've become more than just what I was. With this renewal, there's a new energy, a new way of experiencing and feeling that energy. There's a flow. Wow. Beautiful energy there. So Alice, what was the message that Alice wanted to talk to me about today? Spirit, what is Alice's message for me? Wow, guys. Okay. Ooh. I love that feeling. It's always tea time. Eternity, endless moments, repetition. I'm kind of giggling at this because the feeling I'm getting is like, I'm just gonna say it. It's like the card is saying, bitch, you've been here before. You know what this is like. We do this all the time. It's just circle and cycle and life after life after life. So it's like there's no real getting out of the repetition. Like it's just repetitive. So it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute because it's like rest, rinse, and repeat. Yes, and that is really what I do. I mean, as a person and as a Pisces, that is what I really do. Is I do go within and I rest and I learn from the experiences and the energies that I have experienced in those moments. And then it's like taking a shower, rinse and repeat. And, you just get back on the horse again. And, you don't wait for some knight in shining armor to come save your ass. You become the knight in shining armor and you get on the damn horse. You save your ass and then you go out and you start the next battle. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Spirit. I love you, Alice. I love that deck. That deck has great energy. And I don't know how many other tarot cards out there or tarot readers out there read this, but you all know that decks have individual energy. I feel like each one has like its own type of energy. But anyway, I'm going to get back to this tarot deck and see what it has to say about rest, renewal, getting back on the horse again and starting over. Another day, another dollar. This one really wants me to pull it, and actually there's two here, so we're just gonna pull them out. Oh God. So yeah, we have the Three of Swords showing up, and I went through a bit of a heartbreak and suffering and grief. So a lot happened. I mean, you guys were with me for some of it. You know, I lost my home. I lost my brother. And I lost my partner, a person that I thought was a person. We'll just leave it like that I thought was a person. And yeah. There was a lot of depression. There was a lot of sorrow there for a bit. And then I have the Moon card coming in, which is, you know, kind of my card. I love the card. I love the moon. I love the energy. But the moon has, you know, sometimes there's a lot of illusion. And what I mean by that is sometimes, you know, the casting of shadows can look like things are really not. And it's about really seeing through that and following your intuition instead of your eyes. And that took me a long time to see that, to really kind of start picking up on people's energy, instead of, you know, what I was seeing, what I was observing, instead of along the lines of like feeling the energy coming off of them. If the energy didn't make me feel good, or if they were draining, then why would I stay? And, you know, if nobody really, you know, cared enough about you, you know, why would you continue that illusion of a life that didn't matter, apparently? So, you know, but you were on a new path, and that new path has a lot coming in for you, you know. You've journeyed past that moon, past the illusion, past the fear, past the anxiety. You know, you see a future now that you didn't see before, one that's very happy, you know. And of course, I'm talking about me. This is what I see for myself in these cards. So what happens after the moon? What happens after the illusion? After the mirror has been broken? Spirit, anything? Well, I have the King of Swords. So, learning to, you know, really be more insightful, sitting more into that stern mental clarity, you know, just being completely truthful and honest with myself, becoming disciplined, you know, realizing that not to take on the responsibilities of, you know, other people's obligations that they've put upon me, or because they think that you should be a certain way or talk a certain way or be a certain way. You know, not letting that change your authenticity and standing that authority of like, you know, no, I'm not going to let you change my mind. I'm not going to let you play head games. Like, I am very grounded. I'm not allowing you to manipulate my heart space and my emotions, because now I'm thinking with my head, not my heart, not my empathy, not my compassion. Because again, unconditional love does not mean unconditional tolerance of any type of abuse, including mental and emotional. And it was something that I had to learn afterwards, leaving. Like, there was a time management, for me, like, how many hours was I going to be at work, how to balance my decisions as far as where I was going to be that night, where I was going to stay, what I was going to do. And to be honest, I never really knew. I kind of adapted. I adapted to the flow, to the ups and downs for a while. And I focused on work. I focused on work. I focused on the channel. I never gave up on this channel, even through everything. It stayed my baby, and I never gave into it. Into the thoughts of, it doesn't matter, nobody really watches anyways. And I never lost sight of, the truth about it. It doesn't matter how many people really watch. If anything that comes out in any of my readings, whether they're for me or for a collective or for a certain energy, and it inspires or helps somebody throughout their day, that's the real meaning. That's the jackpot right there, is making a meaningful difference. And that's one of the things that I made a priority, regardless of what was going on. I managed the time that I had, and I made sure to fit this in no matter what. I saw a long-term view. I mean, and Seven of Pentacles is the next one, There was a lot of hard work. I persevered through everything, and I look at everything as an investment, not just for me, but for others. If every day people watch and they kind of see one of my shorts even, and that helps inspire them, that's all that I'm hopeful for. Is, to make that difference. I've kind of gone through some suffering, and I understand a lot more than people realize. And I've learned to be able to see through the illusions, But then I come into the Seven of Pentacles, and, I planted seeds, and I'm watching it slowly grow, but it's growing. And that's what matters. Because I took action. I took action, and regardless of what was going on in my life, I kept it going. I mean, I remain in the self-confidence of knowing, like, hey, it doesn't matter what type of shit day you're having. You can still make somebody else's day better. And, and that's what it became for me. And I'm getting the Magician now, because I manifested that. I manifested within trying to make other people have a better day. I manifested better days for myself. I can't tell you how many times I'd be sitting there, and then one of my shorts would pop up, and it would be one from a week ago or a month ago, or it was one of my videos, and I would watch it and I'd be like, wow. Like, it would resonate with me in that very moment that I was watching it. So not only was I reaching, other people and possibly helping them, I was later helping myself, which was, really healing myself. And the point is I never gave up. I began from a broken heart. And I got all the way to the Magician, and like Alice said, now it's rinse and repeat. What am I going to do next? it's always tea time, you know? It's always tea time. I'm going to say tea as in like transformation. It's always time. Like you always have time to transform into whatever it is that you want, what you inspire to be. And that's really what I feel this reading is telling me today, is that I've been on this journey and I've proven countless times that I can get through this. I've done it. I grow stronger every time. And I'm able to see past the illusions. There's no fear anymore. So, what's the truth? Spirit, give me a truth, please. What's this truth? Anything? Anything for me, Spirit. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to throw one down. All right. So what's my truth? I'm getting guarded doubts. I've got some Mars, feminine, and truth energy here. So the truth is, you know, and this vulnerable that's coming in here, that unbalanced heart chakra, that's very true. My heart space has been kind of closed off for a while. And it's not that I'm afraid to allow anyone in. It's that right now, I'm unable to. There's some things that I'm still working through. You know, that heartbreak, there was a lot more than just a loss in one relationship. It was a home, an existence. It was like an entire lifetime. And then, you know, my brother as well. And it just, you know, I'm still in the process of healing, and I'm not quite ready to hold that open for anybody. I don't want to be vulnerable. I'm very guarded right now with my energy. I mean, I'll be honest, I went and saw a movie tonight, and there's a few parts in the movie where I was crying like a freaking baby. Like, I wasn't even like really like understanding what was happening. The tears were just coming out, and I was having an emotional release in the theater. And it was just like, I realized in that moment that I am still hanging on to so much, you know, and I am lonely sometimes. And there's times I'm not hopeful, and I'm very discontent, and I think negative thoughts because I'm human. And, you know, that's one of the things that we sometimes need to allow ourselves a break, is to realize, hey, you know, you're fucking human. You're not always going to be in a chipper mood. You're not always going to want to be around people. And, you know, you shouldn't have to. And unfortunately, I don't feel like you need to explain anything. And I don't know, you know, we're getting this, this passion and this lust, which can also symbolize as anger. And, you know, maybe that's where I'm going with this, is sometimes we shouldn't have to do what other people want us to do, or feel what other people want us to feel. We should never have to feel what other people want us to feel. And that does lead to anger. And sometimes, you know, maybe we just get tired. I know I got very tired of feeling like everybody was literally sucking my vitality from me, my light, you know, and I wasn't getting anything back in return. Like everybody else needed something. Everybody had some sort of drama. And I didn't like the way it made me feel. You know, it made me feel very insecure. I was victimizing myself all the time. I was losing my intuition. My creativity went out the window. I mean, I was my yin and without my yang, or technically I feel like I had lost my yin. I was very much more in my, my masculine energy, my more tempered energy. I had lost a part of myself that I had to find again and feel confident in expressing, and seeing a new perspective and a new way of communicating. And to be honest, this channel and what I'm doing was part of that. My new way of communicating with the energies and the things that I was feeling that I couldn't express with the people that I was around. They mocked and made fun and just made jokes, and it just, there was a lack of interest unless it was something they needed or wanted. So yeah, no, I feel that is a truth that I'm not hiding from. I'm completely aware of a lot of what's going on within that truth. But I am at a point now where I feel like I can express it without feeling any type of shame or guilt or really anything. Just being able to express the feeling. So going into feelings, which is funny, we're going into Gemstone Whisper, which is really about feelings. So what is it that I am meant to understand from this deck, Spirit? This Gemstone Whisper, what is it that I am meant to understand? What is it that I'm getting a ringing in my left ear? What is the message that I am meant to hear from the Gemstone Whisper deck? What is the message? Anything? Okay. I'm getting blindness and wrath. So blindness, Topaz, there's none so blind as those who will not listen. That is so funny because right before that came out, I had that ringing in my left ear. And I've been feeling a little disconnected. So sometimes I wonder if, I'm wondering if I am blocking messages. And that could be something, The other thing that I'm going into is the Hope Diamond came up, which stands for wrath. And the message is the best fighter is never angry, meaning, I know now that I don't need to be angry to get my point across or to use words that are meaningful. I don't have to yell it or scream it at someone in anger. I now feel like I can express myself authentically with that more balanced yin and yang, the more creative, nurturing side of myself, and come at it from a place that's not hot-tempered, because I've learned, and I understand that. I see that now, that sometimes it's better to observe the situation, and don't allow it to affect my auric field. So that's interesting that this comes up, because I've been kind of feeling like I'm missing something, or I'm not getting the full, I'll say it, the full download in a sense. So the Truth Oracle is the next deck that I was called to use. So what is it that I'm meant to see from the Truth Oracle deck, Spirit? What is it that I am meant to see? Independent, okay. Free, led, initiative. Okay, the image on that card is quite beautiful. It's actually almost like, for me, I'm getting like this balance. It's like, I feel like my shadow side is kind of letting the light take over for a while. Like, you see how she's all dark and that horse is kind of, kind of in control. I mean, let's be honest, horses can be wild animals. But the feeling that I get from that is, the shadow side's taking a ride for a while. I'm feeling a little bit more free, independent, and able to be more me within my authentic self. I feel more of a balance within myself too. And I definitely feel that. Is there anything else? I feel like there was something else. Thank you. So I'm getting hidden truth. So the tip of the iceberg and talent. So what I'm getting with that is, even with that ringing in my ear, once that block is gone, there is like a secret. There's a treasure. There's like, I'm just hitting the tip of the iceberg with my born features, you know, like my talents, which I do feel very spiritually connected. And I think that, I know that I am growing because I can feel it, and I am learning to listen, to drown out the noise, the chaos, the things that don't mean anything. A lot of times I really do believe that we as people, we want to be angry. We want something to fight for. We're not happy with just sitting with ourselves. Well, that's part of the problem, is you're not happy with yourself. And that's something that I had to learn. And the only way you become happy with yourself is by sitting with yourself long enough and to be brave enough to fix the problems, the things that you see in other people that make you feel a certain shameful way, is because, sorry, honey, they're all over you too. And that's why you feel that. And that's why you react so quickly to those energies, is because they're reflections of you. Sit with yourself long enough and you will start to get to know yourself very well. And that is where the real change happens. I mean, I lived in my car for months. It had to have been. It felt like months. But the point is I had to sit with myself for a very long time. And you guys were along the way with me. And I thank you. I thank you. It helped me. It gave me strength, honestly, doing the readings every day. It gave me something to look forward to. You know, and it helped me develop. It helped me have faith and rediscover myself. I fucking love this. And it did. It really did, because you guys gave me something to kind of wake up for every day. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about possibly making somebody else's day just as bright. So the message I'm getting from the Self-Care Oracle is, have faith, remove the doubts and questions. You are ready to step into your blessing and claim what is already yours. And rediscover yourself, treat yourself. What are your interests? Are you hiding yourself to please others' vision of you? Not anymore. Not anymore. This is me. My name is Randy. I am a Pisces, sun and moon. I am a light worker. I am a massage therapist, and I am a healer, as well as a tarot reader, and I read energy. And I'm not afraid to say those things anymore. You know, there may be a time when I would have been called all sorts of things and possibly burned at the stake. But the truth is everything I do is with the energy of unconditional love and healing, because that is what we should offer to one another. That is respect. And I reclaim my ancestral gifts right here in this reading. I ended with the Magician. And guess what? I'm about to manifest the best life possible and step into my highest timeline. No longer hiding myself. And that is what I am taking about this reading. So, I do have faith. Sometimes the size of a mustard seed. I don't think I've ever really understood that, okay? But for some reason, I was told for that to come out. So, and right now I'm being told I'm a hit because I have HIN or HIT. So, guys, thank you. I don't think I'm going to publish this. I might put this up, but it was more of a personal thing. But if I do, I hope you enjoyed my little reading for myself and going down memory lane. And if you did watch, I hope there was parts in there that resonated for you too, that each of you could take with you. I love you guys, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.